Venn diagrams are pictorial representation of sets. Okay, they represent sets in pictures. And what kinds of pictures? The universal set is represented by a rectangle. Okay, so universal set, the universal set is represented by a rectangle. Okay, and the sets themselves are represented by circles. Okay, the sets themselves are represented by circles. Sets are represented by this. Say two sets A and B. Okay, so if I have uh, a universal set in which I have two sets A and B, then I can represent those universal sets, those sets within the rectangle. For example, look at this question, this example here. Look at this example. This example, if you see, you have this as your universal set, this rectangle. Okay, and this circle is the set A. Okay, so therefore, if I want to write uh, uh, in tabular form the universal set, what are the elements of the universal set? If you see, whatever numbers that you can see or whatever elements that you can see within the rectangle will be the universal set. So you can see numbers like all these numbers you can see within the rectangle. Doesn't matter whether it's outside or inside the circle, but it is within the rectangle. Okay, so this must be our universal set, whatever elements are there within the rectangle. Okay, next, if I want to write the set A, the set A will consist of only the elements within the circle. Okay, what are the elements within the circle? 6 and 12, right? These are elements within the circle. Now, if I want to write A complement, so in A complement means what? In case of sets, those elements which are not there in the set A, but which are there in the universal set. So what I'm going to do is accept these elements within the circle. What all elements are there outside the circle? The elements outside the circle are this. So this will be your A complement. Okay. Any question? Did you understand how to represent A complement and Xi? Any
Yes,
question here?
sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, how did you consider as a complement where it is written?
A complement consists of all the elements that are outside the circle but within the rectangle. So if you see, this 7 is outside the circle but within the rectangle. 8, 9, 11,
Sir, is it
10.
in the law?
Yes, what?
Sir, is it in the law?
Repeat your what you said. I can't hear you. Repeat it. What? Repeat what you said.
Sir, I am asking that you have told that all the numbers outside the circle. Now can
Yes.
you
Yes.
hear me, sir?
Yes. Tell me.
Sir, I'm saying that you told that numbers outside the circle is a complement.
Hmm.
Then, sir, how did you consider it as a complement?
How did I consider as A complement? What is the definition of A complement? What is the definition of A complement? Those elements which are not there in A but the universal set. So what are the elements of A? The elements of A, all the elements within this circle, right? So what are the elements which are
Yes,
not
sir.
in A? These are elements are not in A, but are there in the universal set.
Yes,
That
sir.
is why this is called A complement. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So that is what. And now we come to some basic representation of sets. Now, if I give you two sets, definitely they either the two sets will be disjoint sets, that is nothing may be common between them, or they can be overlapping sets. That means there may be say one or two elements may be common, or more than one element may be common. Or what else can they be? They can be subsets of each other. Are there any possibility apart from these three? If I give you any three sets, then what are the possibilities? Either one has to be the subset of the other, or they can have certain elements in common, which may be overlapping sets, or they can be disjoint sets, nothing can be common, isn't it? So therefore,
Yes.
if I give you any two sets, then you can represent them in any of the three ways. What are those three ways? First, A can be a subset of B, one can be a subset of the other, or you can say B is a subset of A, whichever way you want to put it. Okay, so if you see, if A is a subset of B, that means all the elements of A are in B. So that is why this smaller circle, if you see, is for A. When the bigger circle, you have a smaller circle. So therefore, you have a smaller circle inside the bigger circle, which represents the set B. Is this clear? This diagram?
Yes, sir.
And all is contained within a rectangle. All of this I have drawn within a rectangle, which represent the universal set of A and B. Okay. This is one possibility. What is the other possibility? The sets can be overlapping. Now, this is the most important case. Okay. If two sets are overlapping, then you will draw two circles that have certain part in common between them. This part. Okay. So if I say overlapping sets or intersecting sets, or even if nothing is mentioned, if two sets are given and if nothing is mentioned, you will consider them to be overlapping sets. Okay. So you will draw these two circles in this manner, such that they have a small portion that is common between them. Okay. This is the second case. And third case is when two sets are disjoint. Nothing is common between them. So you will draw two circles, isolated circles that have nothing in common between. No area is common between the two circles. Okay. In this case, what do we say? A intersection B is equal to null set. And in this case, what do we say? A intersection B is not equal to a null set. Right? Did you understand? Or any question you have?
No, sir.
Okay, so these three are the basic representation of sets. Okay. Now, how to represent operations on sets? Once we know how to represent sets, we want to represent operations on set. What do you mean by operations on sets? What are the operations on sets? Union, intersection, um,
The
union,
difference?
difference, and complementation. Right? So these are the four operations on set. Now, each of these operations can be represented on sets. Okay. Now, how do you represent? Now, if any two sets are given, now as I said, there can be three cases. Either A can be a subset of B, or B can be a subset of A. That means one has to be the subset of the other. Or you can have overlapping sets, or you can have disjoint sets. So for each of these, how do we represent the set operations? First of all, we consider when A is a subset of B. This is the case we have considered here. When A is a subset of B, then how do you represent A union B? This is the way you represent A union B. Bigger circle, because you have A is a subset of B, you within the circle this you have this as the set A, and this is your set B here. The larger circle is the set B, and A subset B. That means all the elements of A are in B. So that is why the circle A is within the circle B. And how will you represent the union operation? Because union means all the sets of A or B, right? So therefore, you need to cover all the elements of both the sets. Therefore, you shade the bigger circle. Is this clear? A union B. Any question here?
No, sir.
Now we want to represent A intersection B when A is a subset of B. Now see, again we have a bigger circle and a smaller circle. And when I say A is A intersection B, what do I mean? The common element, right, between A and B. So if one circle is within the other, what is the common area between the two circles? This is the common area between the two circles, right? So therefore we shade the smaller circle. Okay. Next, how do you represent difference of sets A minus B? How do you represent difference of sets? See, the smaller circle is inside the bigger circle, right? And if I want to represent A minus B, then we must have only the elements of A and not of B. But if you see, the bigger circle contains all the elements of A. So therefore, if I want to remove all the elements of B from A, I will have to remove all the elements of A, isn't it? So therefore, A minus B has to be a null set. Therefore, we just draw this figure and we don't shade anything. Clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. B minus A. Now, if I want to draw B minus A, that means I only want the elements of B and not of A. So therefore, what I do is I only shade this part and not the elements of the set A, because B minus A represents only the elements of B and not of A. Clear? So the question that you will get in your question paper will be like this. Represent, let's say, if A is a subset of B, then represent the following sets. By Venn diagram. And in your question, you will be given, let's say, A intersection B, and you'll be given B minus A. Okay, these two questions. So how will you answer these two questions? You will not draw these two figures, this figure and this figure. And you will draw it with a compass, with a pencil. Is that absolutely clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next is, now we want to represent, if A is a subset of B, we want to represent A complement. How do you represent A complement? What is A complement? All those elements which are not there in A. So therefore, when I want to represent A complement, I exclude this circle, I exclude the set A, and I shade all this area, because all the elements which are not there in A. So except A, I shade everything. Clear? This represents A complement. Similarly, if I want to represent B complement, what I'll do, except the circle from B, this circle, I will shade all the other areas. Okay. So that is what B complement is. Is it clear? A complement and B complement. Can I move on to the next one then? Okay. Now, second case is when A and B are overlapping sets. Now, remember, if nothing is mentioned, if I give you a question like, if A represent the following sets by Venn diagram. Represent the following sets by Venn diagram. A intersection B and B minus A. Okay. See, have I mentioned to you here that A is a subset of B or B is a subset of A?
No, sir.
So if nothing is mentioned in the question, you will assume it to be overlapping sets. Understood? So which are the figures that you are going to draw? You're going to draw this figure and you are going to draw this figure. Okay. But in the previous one, if you see, I had mentioned here, A is a subset of B. So therefore, this was very clear. So this is the diagram that you are going to draw. Okay. So let us see how to represent if A and B are overlapping set, then how do you represent it with the help of Venn diagrams? First question, first is how do you represent A union B? Because A union B consists of elements of A or B or both. That is why we are shading both the circles here. Okay, so we are shading both the circles. Okay, including the common part of the circles. Next is A intersection B. Now A intersection B consists of elements that are common to A and B. So therefore we shade only the common part here. See the common part between these two circles? We shade only this common part here. This part represents A intersection B. Okay. Third one, A minus B. A minus B consists of elements that are there only in A. So what I am going to do is I am going to exclude this set B. The entire set I am excluding because none of the elements of B can be in A minus B. And I only shade this part. And I leave out the common part also between A and B. Okay, so A minus B represents that part. Clear with this? Can I move on to the next one?
Yes, sir.
What about B minus A? In B minus A, we do exactly the same thing. That is, we exclude the set A. And we only shade what is there purely in B. We don't even shade the common part between A and B. Okay. So this is B minus A. Next, we come to A complement. How do you represent A complement? You exclude entirely the set A because A complement is what? All those elements which are not there in A. So you exclude this set and you shade everything. You shade the entire universal set except the circle which represents the set A. Okay. Similarly, for the B complement, if you want to represent, you exclude this circle here and you represent and you shade everything. Okay. So very, very important diagrams. Take note of these
Sir, we will
diagrams.
leave the common part also.
Yes, you will leave the common part also. Because common part is also there in B, isn't it? Common
Yes,
part
sir.
is also an element of B. So that is why you leave the common part also. B complement cannot have any element of B. Absolutely no element of B can be there in B complement. Okay. Third one, disjoint sets. How do you represent disjoint set? By two isolated circles within a rectangle. Okay. First, how do you represent A union B? Because A union B consists of elements that are there in A or B or both. That is why you shade the circle representing the set A and also the circle representing the set B. So you shade both. Finished. A intersection B. Now, if A and B are disjoint, nothing can be common between them. So there is nothing to shade here. So that is how you represent A intersection B. Okay, A minus B. A minus B means all the elements of A only and not of B. So that is why I leave out this circle. I only shade the circle representing set A. Is that absolutely clear?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, for B minus A, we only shade the circle which represents the set B. Okay. Next, A complement. How do you represent A complement? Because A complement cannot have any elements of the set A. Therefore, you leave out this circle and shade everything within the universal set. Okay. Because A complement, if you remember the definition of A complement was all the elements which are not there in A but are there in the universal set. And because rectangle represents the universal set, that is why you shade everything except the circle which represents the set A. Fine. Okay. Next one, you have B complement. I think I forgot to write here. Take a note. This is B complement shaded. Okay, B complement. You leave out the circle B and you shade everything else within the rectangle. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Sir, it will be
Hmm.
mentioned in the exam that it is a disjoint set.
Yes, if it is mentioned that they are disjoint sets, this is what you are going to do. If, and as I told you, if nothing is mentioned, you will assume the sets are overlapping.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Now for three sets, I've just given you just to give you an idea, I've given you three sets also. So if you want to draw, if you have three sets and they are overlapping sets, okay, these are again for overlapping sets. Okay, overlapping sets. If three sets are overlapping, then how do you draw A intersection B intersection C? You see only this common area between the three circles. This represents your A intersection B intersection C. Okay, no confusion.
Yes, sir.
And if I want to represent A union B union C, then it represents all the area within the three circles. Whether common to two circles or common to three circles, everything within the three circles will represent A union B. Okay, if three sets are there. Such a set is called A union B union C. This set is called A intersection B intersection C. Okay, fine. Now we move on to a very important relation, which you must remember. And that relation is called cardinality theorem for two sets. Okay, there is a cardinality theorem for three sets also, which you are not expected to remember, but you must remember the cardinality theorem for two sets. So if A and B are two sets, then according to this theorem, cardinal number of A union B must be equal to cardinal number of A plus cardinal number of B minus cardinal number of A intersection B. This is called the cardinality theorem for two sets. Remember, very important theorem this is. You will be applying later on. You have a lot of applications of this later on. Okay, even in probability you have applications of these. So this is called the cardinality theorem for two sets A and B. Okay, now very easily you can check this also, cardinality theorem. So if I say two A and B are two overlapping sets, let's say, these are two overlapping sets. Okay, look at the right hand side, left hand side. A union B. Which part represents A union B? Okay, let's start from the right hand side. The right hand side, if you see the set A, which one is the set A? This one, right? All this is set A. You agree all this is set A
Yes, sir.
plus cardinality of set B. So now you must also agree that this is set B. Right? So what do you see? This area here, this area that you see here, this has been considered twice, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But what is this area? This area is A intersection B.
A intersection B.
So that is why cardinality of A, the red part, plus the cardinality of B. And because this area has been considered twice, that is why you subtract once cardinality of A intersection B. Is this clear? This gives you the cardinality of A union B. And what is the cardinality of A union B? All this within the two circles. This is A union B. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this, for all this you can check cardinality theorem. If you don't remember, you can check it with the help of circles also, Venn diagrams. Okay, now we come to some more relations, okay, which you should remember. And even if you don't remember, you can check it with the help of cardinality theorem, with the help of Venn diagrams. Okay, second one is cardinality of A minus B is equal to cardinality of A union B minus the cardinality of A. And this is also equal to the cardinality of B minus the cardinality of A intersection B. Look at this one first. Cardinality, or look at these two first. Then I will go to the other one. Cardinality of A minus B is equal to cardinality of A union B minus cardinality of A. How do you check this relation with the help of Venn diagram if you are not able to remember? Draw two overlapping sets. Okay. A and B. This is your universal set. Now look at the left hand side. Look at this part. A union B is what part? The shaded circle within the two circles. Everything. Common part, uncommon part, everything. Right? This is A union B. From this, I want to remove all the elements of A. So if I want to remove all the elements of A, which part I want to remove? I want to remove this circle. So what am I left with? Which part am I left with?
Circle.
I am
Circle B.
yes. I'm only left with this part actually. This blue shaded part. Not the entire circle B also. Isn't it? And what is
Yes,
this
sir.
part?
Comma is also cut out.
What is this part? This part represents A minus B. Do you see cardinality of A minus B here?
Yes, sir.
So that is how you can remember. Okay. Similarly, for the other one, you can check on your own. Okay. For this one, cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection A intersection B. Okay. All these relations you can remember with the help of Venn diagrams. Okay. Next one, number 3. Cardinality of B minus A. Let's write the relation first. Is equal to cardinality of A union B minus cardinality of A, which is equal to cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B. Okay. So this time I'll only show you this. Okay. You can check this on your own. See how to check. Okay. So now see what do you have on the right hand side? You have cardinality of B. That means which part represents the set B? This entire circle represents the set B. Right? Minus cardinality of A intersection B. So from cardinality of B, you are removing all the elements of A intersection B. So which part are you removing here? You
The
are
common
removing
part.
the common part. So if you are removing the common part, what are you left with?
B minus A.
Yes, you're only left with this part. You're only left with the set A, isn't it? So this is A minus B. Cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B. This should be A minus B. E minus the set A. Cardinality of B minus the cardinality of the set A. This should be cardinality of A. This should be okay. Okay, this should be cardinality of A. Okay, just change this. Okay, this is an error. So let me explain once again here. This should be cardinality of A. So this is A and B. So cardinality of A represents this part. Okay, and cardinality of from A you are removing all the elements of the common part, A intersection B. So you are left with only this part. Okay. So this part is B minus A. And C, we have got B minus A. Okay. So in your notes, just change this. This is writing error, I think I have made. And you can check this part on your own. That is, this part you can check on your own. Okay. This part is correct. This is okay. Only this was the error. Fine. So I'll stop here.